Hello friends, today we are going to know more about architecture timeline. Architecture timeline is an important tool to enhance our understanding of the subject history of architecture. As we all know that there are many factors which govern the making of a building. But amongst the various factors, there are few important factors which becomes a determinant of making of a building. Amongst these factors, one of the most important is climate. We all know that whenever looking at a picture of an igloo, we can rightly place it into the polar region. Or when we look at the architecture of the desert, we realize that it is strikingly different than that of the igloo. But we also know that there are 6 climatic zones. So does that mean that there are only six types of architecture? Definitely not. There are various types of architecture. So what is the other factors which make the building? The second important factor is the building material itself. If we start listing the various building material, we will find that every building material has its own role to play, and accordingly the technology was developed. People in the past have very intelligently used the local available material to make their architecture. Safety and security is another factor which has always remained since the evolution of architecture. In the past, the challenges related to safety and security were different. Today, the challenges are quite different. But definitely, our architecture has always responded to these set of challenges. So, with this brief introduction to the various factors that contribute in making of a building, we will proceed towards understanding of what timeline is. History of architecture can be learned in two basic ways. One of the most commonly used or the most conservative method of studying history of architecture is to pick up a geographic area and then start understanding how this particular area has evolved over a period of time. Now that geographic area can also be a national boundary. For instance, when we talk about India, we start our journey of studying India from the Indus Valley civilization. We proceed towards our understanding of Vedic period, Buddhist period, the Hindu period, the Islamic period, of colonial architecture, and then we start understanding the freedom movement. So thus, what we do is we chronologically arrange the events and the buildings that have been constructed over the timeline. But there is another important method through which history of architecture could be learned is the global comparative method. In global comparative method, we pick up an era and try and understand what all was happening throughout the globe. For instance, if we take the 3rd century AD, then what we do, we try and understand what was happening in the different continents and try to compare them as against the chronological comparative method of understanding evolution of a particular region. In the global comparative method, we try and understand what all technologies, what all building materials, what all elements of architecture existed at a particular given point of time. But if we want to enhance our understanding or make history of architecture all the more interesting, it is important to merge both these methods, where we start with a particular region, we understand the geographic condition, the climatic condition, the way people are living, the social condition, the economic conditions, but then we take a pause and then understand in that particular era what all was happening in different parts of the world, how people were living, what kind of trading happened, what kind of climate existed, how people of the same period responded to the different climatic conditions in different ways, how they intelligently use the building material. So every time if we start with the chronological method, it is always good to take a pause, look at what is happening around, and then again come back to the conservative method of learning. Thus here comes the role of timeline. One can be extremely creative in drafting the timeline and to make it all the more interesting and presentable. The simplistic way of drafting a timeline is you start putting up the different eras or different styles in a linear order. So, starting from the left, which is the oldest, and then moving towards the right, which is the most recent. To make it all the more interesting, one can go a step ahead by putting these images over the map. So one understands the geographic area. Immediately one comes to know about the climate of that area and then the building styles that has evolved over the period. This method has been demonstrated in the book Global History of Architecture by Professor D.K. Ching. It's one of the wonderful books where he tries to open up the map, and for a particular area and compare it with the different regions of the world. As against, if you refer the book History of Architecture by Sir Bannister Fletcher, you would realize that the book is drafted in such a way where we have the chronology in terms of style. Therefore, timeline can become one of the basic tools to understand history of architecture. Now, the ways could be different. The focus can definitely be different. But definitely every type of timeline or every method has its own advantages. So with this basic introduction to the subject history of architecture, let us meet in the next video, which will focus on understanding of particular styles in the different regions. Thank you.